My name is Jada.
Kai.
Liz.
And I'm Camille. Friends. How many of us have that?
Yes! Yeah.
That was good.
Oh my God. I mean, so it's gotta be a, what is it?
Hot Tita Summer.
What's good, everybody? You have Jada.
I'm Liz.
And I'm Camille.
And we're calling all boss babayas and creative kabayan
To talk about what it means to be Tita. So take a Tita time out with us.
And take out your Christmas tree, because
yeah,
tis the season, guys.
Tis the season.
per month.
Honestly. Come on. I mean, mine was out in September.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Just saying.
We're putting up our tree on Sunday.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
So
Actually, maybe this weekend I should put on mine.
It's time.
Too. Yeah.
It's time,
Although, guys, it's kind of warm. Like, it doesn't feel Christmas
Oh,
Eve.
really?
Yeah, because it's like not cold. It's not snowing. It's like very warm, right?
Oh,
Did you think
I've been feeling a little chilly.
Oh, have you? Okay.
I think it's getting kind of cold.
I put my my thick socks on at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I busted out like my winter only PJs.
Oh.
My plaid.
Nice. Cute.
You know, yeah. I've been reserving my Christmas clothes. Like I want to come in my Christmas
Yeah.
clothes. But
You
I'm
have
like,
to
I have to wait till
ration.
December.
Yeah, we have to ration them out.
December 1st.
Right? Honestly.
Midnight,
literally.
bam.
Right?
Yeah.
December showtime.
A lot of red, guys. A lot of red, a lot of green. Get ready.
That's so
Oh
funny.
man.
Oh my gosh.
But wait,
We're missing Kai today.
Yes.
yes,
Shout out Kai.
Shout
She's
out
on
Kai.
set, right?
We miss you, girl. She's out, painting the world.
She's having a great Q4. Good for you.
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
strong Q4.
Right? Very strong. Finish the year strong.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So proud of you.
So, ladies, what is our Filipino word of the day?
Give it to me,
Okay,
Cam.
I'm going to see if I can say this properly. Okay. Pack na pack.
Oh.
Pack na pack.
Pack na pack.
Pak na pak.
Yeah, pack
Pak
na
na
pack.
pack.
Wait, pak.
Yeah.
Pack na pack.
P-A-K.
Okay.
Pack na pack.
Pak na pak.
Pack na
And it
pack.
means perfectly on point. So you say it when you're trying to hype up someone
Oh, okay.
for like just
Pack
being
na
so
pack.
spot on.
Oh.
Someone who's absolutely nailing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like pak na pak.
Yeah, like a yeah, pack na pack. Yeah, right? I don't know if that's how
Pack
people
na
say it, but
pack,
that's how I'm going to say it.
Oh,
for
okay,
sure.
okay.
You
A
know
little
what I mean?
Scarborough, a little Filipino.
Yeah, right?
I mean, we're both. So.
Exactly.
Drea, can you give
we
us
get
a
a
little?
correction?
Yes. Yes, please.
Like, how would you express it?
How
Yeah,
would you
pack
like?
na
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Oh, okay. So
Pak.
Drea
Pak
just said
na
if you see
pak.
someone and they're walking and they have like a nice outfit, you'd say,
I
"I pak."
Oh,
Okay.
Like on point. Pack
Oh,
na
on
pack.
point. Pak
Pak
na
na
pak.
pak.
Pack na pack.
Okay, girl. Pak na pak, girl.
Pak
Like that?
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
There we go. It's like she
okay.
slayed.
okay. PNP.
Okay.
Pack
I kinda
na
like
pack.
this
Yeah.
For example, like Liz and Cam's hair, pak na pak.
But also
Just saying.
Jay's lashes.
Yeah,
pak na
pak na
pak.
Thanks,
Okay.
Amazon.
So it is said to have potentially derived from tumpak, which means spot on.
Okay,
Gotcha.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
like I guess an evolution of that.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Got it.
yeah.
Like,
Nailed
you
it.
nailed the look. You slayed.
Yeah, PNP, pak na pak.
Pak na pak.
Pak na pak.
Okay,
I like that one.
Right? That one's fun.
That one's cute. I
Right?
like that.
Really
Where'd you
fun.
find that one?
Yeah.
ChatGPT, bro.
Bro.
Oh, okay,
Bruh.
okay,
He's like-
okay.
What
I
would
was
we
like,
do
"Ty-
without ChatGPT?
Right?
honestly?
Do you want something more fun? I'm like, yes, please. Because the other one was
Oh my
like,
gosh,
leave it
that's
in
so
God's
funny.
hands or something. I'm like, okay, well,
Too
it's
deep.
a little heavy.
Too deep.
A little heavy.
I like pak na pak.
Right?
Yes, me too.
My goodness. Oh, man. All right. So how's everyone's week going? What do you got going on now?
Everyone's week. No, just low key.
Yeah,
We've been low key.
tired.
Just work and staying out the way.
Yeah, right. It's like a lot of darkness right now.
Yeah.
Hello, darkness. What is it?
What you
Love to
have?
talk with you. It's been good.
Anything interesting?
Interesting, always interesting. But I mean,
us.
oh no, nothing
What?
like that. Nothing like that.
Oh.
Nothing like that. But
But when
yeah,
you
no,
say
it's
it like
just-
that,
I know, right?
It gets me more interested.
No, I'm just living in gratitude. You know, you guys know I'm
I
going
hear
through a
you.
lot right now.
yes,
you know,
yes,
so
yes.
really just doubling down on my faith, talking to God.
Yes.
Right?
hear-
Finding
I-
the silver lining
Exactly.
and everything.
Faith
way-
is on 10 right now.
I feel that right now, girl. Trust me.
Go to God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pak na pak, he doesn't miss.
Hey.
Yep.
So-
Amen.
That's it,
So-
man.
Okay.
That's that.
Yes, that's that. Let's talk.
Talking about pop culture and entertainment. So how about that fight that just happened, guys?
I couldn't tell you. It wouldn't load.
yeah, no, that's real. Yeah, I mean,
Was it
I was
Tyson
like, bro,
and
every time I tried, it was just loading, and then I was
Oh,
like,
too many people were watching
and then I
it.
just fell asleep. Yeah,
Oh,
Netflix missed opportunity. You guys had the chance to really make a pivotal moment, and showcase a new way of entertainment, and something happened. I don't know, buffering.
yeah, it was like in the middle because like what was it? At first it was okay, and then like after I think it was after like the first fight or something like that, it started like or during that fight. It
I feel
started
like
buffering.
I feel like there was
stuff.
more positive feedback about the women's fight from what I heard.
Oh really? And I don't know.
No, don't let
So
me
did
hear
you watch
what-
the
yeah.
whole thing, Kat?
I watched the whole thing.
Oh my gosh! Okay,
Yeah,
tell us
it
more.
was really
Fill
good.
me in.
I personally loved. First of all, I have to say, I've never watched boxing before, so I was thoroughly
there you go.
impressed. Right?
Oh, okay.
And you know me,
Yay,
very
sports.
technical, right? Very like analytical. So I really appreciated just watching like the technique and the speed. My personal favorite. Match was Mario Barrios and Abel Ramos. So it was a beautiful fight.
Okay.
Both hailing from Mexico.
Okay.
And they were just beautiful fighters. Like Mario Barrios reminded me of Dulcim because he had like a really he was just so lean in his reach. Like it was like
Okay,
playing Street
nice.
Fighter. Like it was just, he was so quick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And just the decorum that they had as athletes after the fact, like after the fight. Oh my goodness, just beautiful, bigging each other up, saying that's what you get when two people from Mexico come together. It was just a beautiful,
That's beautiful.
display of
Yeah, I like
culture.
that kind of those moments.
And I don't know if
Yeah.
you saw any clips, but Mario Barrios had a very exquisite entrance to the arena, to the ring. His entrance was very cultural. He's
What was
known
it?
as like
missed it.
I think what do they call him? Like the Aztec or something? I think he has Aztecan roots or something
okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Sorry if
Cool.
I'm misquoting, but it was a beautiful display of his culture. If you get a chance, please look it up. It was
Okay.
just
Maybe I will,
gorgeous.
yeah, when I-
if you see nothing else.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
What
yeah,
is
yeah.
it? What is it?
The
What should I
entrance.
type in?
Mario
Barrios
Barrios.
entrance.
Oh.
And his name's really fun to say, Mario Barrios.
Yeah,
They kept saying it throughout the fight. I'm like, yeah. Good fight. Great fight. The women's fight was also great. Just impressive. The technique. There was some controversy around that fight, though. Because, the person who won, the audience didn't agree that she won. And they say that she was fighting dirty. And actually, like, even the person who lost.
Also, the winner came to decision. It wasn't like a knockout. It was by decision.
Correct, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and then so there's controversy on who
Yes.
actually should have won.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I never want to be a ref, but for the
I
record,
know, right?
Too much pressure.
Too much pressure, man. You make the wrong call.
I feel like
you're
there's like a
hated.
subculture of refs, or like or before like a bunch of official rules came in, like
Yeah.
people paying people off, or like
For sure,
ugh.
for sure. No, that's true. That's
Yeah.
that's actually true.
Yeah.
So wild. Also, I'm getting I just saw little snippets. So cool,
Gorgeous. Like, just gorgeous.
They had if you want to see their costumes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it was
it's like a
amazing.
tribute to his
Yes,
native culture.
That's beautiful.
And like these people, like they have like, I think Mario Barrios, I think they were saying he's trained by his older sister, who's also a professional fighter, or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
just like really, really great to learn these backstories and the history, and just seeing that these athletes have devoted their lives to being great.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really
greatness.
Yeah,
you know?
Journey to
the
greatness.
backstories on
Yeah.
athletes before like the actual main event is really cool.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like you learn about
Yeah, and Katie Taylor is was the winner of the women's fight. She fought Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano is like apparently like just an amazing fighter, and Katie Taylor is I think she's a world record holder, undisputed world champion. So there was some controversy just around that. Just they said she played dirty, and because I don't know if you guys plan on watching it, but she split open Amanda's eye.
Oh my God, I saw
It was
that image.
brutal.
That was
It was brutal.
I did not see
It
Yeah.
was really, really rough. I couldn't watch that fight.
Yeah.
I literally was like doubled
wild.
over. Like it was, but I have to say this too. Like I don't know Jake Paul. This was my first time watching anything to do with this guy. First time seeing him. I didn't know what he looked like before
Yeah.
this fight. I ended up watching a documentary that he has on Netflix.
Oh, I
the
saw
other
that
day.
come out as well. Yeah.
Amazing what he did for this match. Amazing what he did for boxing.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think if I'm not mistaken, this was the
Give
highest.
Jake his flowers. There we go.
This was like one of the highest revenue generating
Wow.
events.
Yeah.
So between that and his fight with Tommy Fury,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So just doing amazing things for reviving boxing. He's breaking records for pay-per-view.
Wow.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I didn't know all of that. I
Good
thought
for
he was
him.
just like that.
Yeah.
Well,
viral
what we know
YouTube
is like,
guy.
the YouTuber. Like,
Yeah, he
honestly,
just
he had
wanted
like,
I don't know
he
anything
had
about
an
him other
image
than
of
this.
being, I had the pre-notion of him being like
too.
a douchebaggy type of YouTuber.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
they
I
just
mean?
want to
But
collect.
Yeah.
given,
But okay, no, that's
what he's
good.
done, that's awesome.
Yeah, just like crazy.
Also, side note, just on the Tyson topic before we tie it up, I brought up the Kith collab.
Yeah, last
and
week.
so I forgot, I didn't realize Tyson actually has a love for pigeons.
Oh,
So
seriously?
that's not just that random image. So his childhood in BK, growing up in a turbulent environment, he found a sense of peace and escape with pigeons. His first pigeon he took care of was gifted to him by like a neighbor. Yeah, so super random. He says that they're easy to understand.
They're easy to understand.
Allegedly according to Mike Tyson.
What a fascinating man. What a fascinating man, eh?
Special
Fascinating
honestly. But anywho, just wanted to include that. He wasn't just picking up random pigeons, I
Got
guess.
it,
There
got
was a
it.
little more of a story
People
behind
are
that.
so interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
So funny. Hear people's stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of animals, Jaguar, the luxury car company, they released their new woke logo.
What does that even mean, woke logo?
So it sparked backlash from fans by replacing iconic growling big cat logo with a modern J badge in a woke rebrand. The managing director aims to shift the brand perception, but critics question the new logo's appeal and relevance, suggesting the move may alienate traditional male audiences. It's a new branding and diverse ad campaign precede upcoming launch of electric cars with a concept car reveal scheduled for Miami in December. Did you guys watch the video?
Yeah.
I mean,
Thoughts?
I just saw the new logo, and it definitely doesn't look like a luxury brand anymore. So
Yeah.
if that's what they're trying to do, then they nailed that.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny.
Pop that.
Jaguar. Okay.
But
That's hilarious.
I guess they are trying to attract and sell to a different audience. Is that what it is?
I think you brought up a good point. If the goal is to broaden their audience
right.
and try to make Jaguar more attainable for the masses,
Right.
I think that definitely makes it feel more. I don't even want to say appealing. It seems
It doesn't look
It seems
appealing.
like it's casual. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they wanted to do a rebrand and maintain the look of luxury, they definitely did not do that.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't think
You know what? The commercial itself to me kind of reminds me of every other luxury commercial I've seen, like Chanel and, Christian Dior, like those weird ones where it's just like some guy walking through a hotel and you don't know, and it almost seems like he's in a dream and then he's
Pure.
falling out. Falling into
Like
a pool.
perfume and cologne ads, like those
that's
kind
the
of
vibe
things.
that I got kind
Yeah.
of, but it also gave me like old school Gap vibe for some reason.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
what
sorry,
you
I'm watching
mean.
it right
Yeah.
now.
I don't know if it's the colors or what, but I agree with you. I mean, for me, like I don't know how much of a luxury brand Jaguar really was. I know they're a little more upscale, but when you look at the range of price of vehicle, I mean it's there's a lot of luxury brands out there that are broadening their horizons. So I think they're just doing what they can to stay relevant.
to stay relevant.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and competitive and
Yeah.
adjust to the times.
And sometimes it's a swing and a miss. Sometimes
Yes.
no, for
Yes.
sure.
hit it out of the park.
Exactly.
Especially doing a rebrand for a very established brand is a huge risk.
That's huge. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, does it hit? I don't know.
I'm
don't
like, I feel like I need to see more.
Yeah,
like I'm a little,
me
if
too.
anything, I'm a little confused, but like, I don't know.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
But,
for sure. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know. I agree with you though. I think the logo doesn't really scream luxury to me anymore. Like maybe because like Jaguar did have that classic
Yes.
look.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
I,
I don't-
think so.
right?
There's
And
something
sleek,
timeless,
classic, timeless
about it.
very
Yeah.
old school, like
agree.
Yes.
old money type.
Yeah.
but I don't
Yeah.
know how that new branding is gonna translate to their vehicles now.
Yeah.
Like I'm curious how
that's
that's going to
true, yeah.
change the design. You know what I mean? Because they did have that classic look that was carried throughout their vehicles, right?
Decades, right?
Exactly.
So we'll see.
So
we'll see
it'll
how
be
that
interesting.
goes.
That's
Let's
what
see. Monitor their stocks.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes. Yeah.
I mean, but in this regard, I think no publicity is bad publicity. People are talking about it.
True.
I don't remember the last time someone brought up Jaguar to me, to be honest.
True. Facts.
So they're doing.
Valid.
I guess mission accomplished. You want people to talk about you. They're talking.
Yeah.
They're definitely talking. Definitely trending now. So
We are talking about what's happening in the city. So, ladies, what we got going on?
Ms. Kim.
okay. All right. Well, I wanted to talk about leased land.
Leased land.
Leased land.
You
Yeah.
get leased land.
Leased land. Last week I was talking about another opportunity or another way that someone can get into the real estate market, and that was through commercial investing.
Yeah.
And today I want to talk about leased land because in the summertime, Canada announced that they were going to be releasing the Canada Land Bank, which at the time I believe only had 56 properties on it. And they've since also they also announced in the summer the public lands for homes plan. So the goal of this is to utilize any surplus of land that they've had, crown land, to free it up so that people can develop on it.
But it's leased. You cannot purchase it.
Correct.
So you're going to pay a amount to the government.
Exactly,
to
for an
develop.
extended period of time.
Got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the reason for this is they're trying to, this is the government's response to trying to make, the 250,000 homes that they're trying to build by 2031, right? Which is obviously going to require a lot of private help through developers, but this is their response to doing that. They've also added $500 million in public lands acquisition funds. So they're trying something, but it's interesting because, with leased land, it's a completely new territory from I would say from a city perspective.
Okay.
Because in cottage country, it's common. In some cases you have a cottage, maybe it's 3 season, it's on the water, but it's on a reserve. So you're paying that land is leased to the indigenous nation that owns that property. And there are some cases where there's leased land when it comes to government crown land as well. But in terms of expanding that, we'll see. What are your thoughts? When you think about it, just to kind of put things in perspective, land it's hard to measure, but let's just say it accounts for 50% or more of the value of a property. So if a home is $1 million in Toronto, you can attribute about half, if not more, of that value to where it's located, to the land.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were to take that into consideration, do you think this is a good idea? Would you purchase a home on leased land?
So you would have to. So who is paying for the lease of the land? Is it the builder or is it the homeowner that purchased the home on the leased land?
That's a great question. So I guess it depends on the development, right? But typically what happens in this type of arrangement is the homeowner would pay the land lease. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it could be $9,000 a year, depending on the location, right? Could be $10,000 a year. You could be paying $1,000 a month, right? But if the home, just to, again, I'll give you an example. So there's a 3-season cottage for sale right now that I saw. It's like $249,000. It's on the water, right? I think it's like half an acre. It's nice, beautiful property. Turnkey, you can go there right now and use it until, they shut down the road for the winter. And it's $250K. If you were to buy that anywhere else, it'd be $550K plus.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So would you take advantage of that opportunity?
Oh, well, if that's an option to pay less, then I see that as a positive. Yeah.
To own,
Right. I think it's one of those things there's pros and cons, right? The biggest thing is, what are the terms of the lease for this land lease? Because...
And does it go up,
exactly.
right? Is it like condo fees where it goes up every year and stuff?
It's possible.
Because then you're locked in if you develop on that, right?
You're right. Because the reality is let's just say you have a 99-year land lease, which is very possible, right? But within that land lease term, you could be revising that fee every 5, 10, 20 years, right? It really depends on what the conditions are of that land lease per the owner of the land, right? So, and it is very possible as well, and it has happened in the past for various reasons, where the land lease may not be extended. So what happens to your home?
Exactly.
At that point,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Right? Ideally, that's again outlined
Yeah.
in the provisions in the agreement, which is why it's important to work with a good realtor and a lawyer.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I was having lunch with a lawyer today, and she thinks it's terrible. She thinks it's
I mean,
terrible.
because there's just so many things because it's not your land.
It's
so
a
yeah,
risk. It's a risk.
It's a risk.
It adds it adds another layer to consider versus
100%.
like just having your own. Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, it really depends on what your priorities are. There are a lot of people here, out here banging their chest saying, I want to own, and I get it. Trust me, I get it.
Yeah.
We live in a very expensive country, it seems like right now. Not even just city, it's an expensive country. I just think it's important to understand and just be very clear on your terms, right? There's a reason why realtors exist. There's a real reason why lawyers exist.
Yeah.
It's because we're here to help you.
Translate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just like go through everything with a fine tooth comb because this is a very big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A 99-year land lease could be great for someone who, I think about the person who doesn't have generational wealth to leverage, who's making, $50K a year and can't afford $1 million home in the city, right? And maybe rents in the city because they have to. But like, hey, listen, man, as a Canadian band trooper said, we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, get your cottage.
Yeah, exactly.
And enjoy
Depends
your life.
on your goals and everything like that.
Right?
But
So if the
it's a good
option's
option.
there,
It's a good option.
If it works for you, seize it.
Yeah.
There we go.
But that's all I got to say.
Well, speaking about opportunities,
Yes.
I just wanted to share that I did partner with RBC Downtown Bank to host employer networking event. So it's a new way of recruiting, actually.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that people get more face time with decision makers.
Wow.
But you kind of get screened, right? And what we called it today was like a speed screening. So you had 5
there we
minutes
go.
in front of, so we had a group of like a dozen to like 15 like clients, and then we had like about 7 to 8 leadership members who are decision makers.
Wow.
And you get about 5 minutes in the 45 minutes to
Amazing.
talk and just basically sell yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And, yeah.
Cute elevator pitch.
Amazing opportunity,
Yeah.
right? So we had filtered our clients and everything like that, and I was just like so grateful for the opportunity. So shout out RBC Downtown Core.
Yay.
Okay.
Downtown core.
Downtown
Yes.
Core. But what I really wanted to talk about was just to touch on, like, now that there's this kind of new wave of recruitment, or a lot of it is like the opportunity to get some face time. There's like career fairs, job fairs, networking events. I just wanted to just shed some light on how you can show up successfully, because it's different, right?
Yeah, for
and I just wanted to just give some tips on it, okay? Because we've been doing a couple of these events, and I just want to make sure people are prepared. So number 1, do your research on the employer or the employers that are attending these events. Okay, you want to show interest in the company that you're going to be working for, or you could be potentially working for. So really understand like what they do, what their industry is, where they are, the locations, everything. Like, show interest in the organization, and then number 2, study your resume. Okay. Don't just show up with your resume. Really understand your experience. Understand the value that you can bring to an employer. Because the way I'm working with employers right now, they don't just want to meet someone who wants a job, to be honest with you.
Of course.
There's a lot of like discourse right now where people are saying it's very hard to find a job. Jobs are scarce. The requirements are so high. Employers are so specific, because actually the way employers are hiring, they want to see you as an investment to their company, that you have interest in being part of their growth, and that you will show up intentionally when you come to work, not just, do a job anymore.
Yeah.
Gone are the days where you just do like one thing at a time. They want to see that you can contribute, that you have value. Okay. So study your resume and not just talk about your experience and stuff, but what value can you bring? Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3, this is huge. Okay. Because we hosted this event in downtown Toronto, literally at the heart of Bay Street, for a customer service role for a bank, a very prestigious bank. And so one of the things that some of the clients did not do is not dress the part. So you need to dress the part, whatever that role might be. If you're going to be going in for a role that's more casual, of course, dress that part. But if you're going to come to an environment where it's a bank, you're meeting with like a certain kind of clientele, please make sure you come, show up, dress the part, groom. Don't over put like perfume, cologne.
Yeah.
Make sure you kind of just check your odor too, because this is an opportunity to come face to face. And I'm just saying this because we literally had about I want to say less than 60 clients, and some of them did not show up their best selves. And these clients represented the organization that I work for.
Yeah.
And so, when you have an opportunity like this where you kind of bypass the ATS system, show up as your best self.
Yeah.
And finally, arrive early, not on time, early. On time, you're already late, okay?
Yeah.
The door will close.
Yeah.
So show punctuality, show that you're eager to meet people, show excitement, and don't forget, smile, okay?
Yes.
Smile.
Yes.
Because if you don't show up confident, listen, they're not gonna call you back, okay?
You know what's crazy is common sense is not so common.
It's not.
Honestly.
It's really not.
So
Yeah.
hearing those tips, I'm like, yeah, of course. And especially when you're looking for a job, at the end of the day, the impression that you make is everything.
Yes.
Like everything. So even if you don't speak to them, how you dress, how you look, how you stand, even your stance, it all goes a long way.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah. And these things might be like old tips, but they still
hold
maintain.
true.
They
Yeah,
do.
for
Yes,
sure.
they do.
100%.
For sure. And some of those employers, they sometimes will see anywhere from 50 to 100 resumes a day,
1,000%.
depending on their role. So
Yeah.
whether you get 30 seconds, 5 minutes, whatever,
Yeah.
you really do have to make the best impression.
Just plan to show up. And
Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Get that elevator pitch.
That's
Yes.
vital.
Down
That
and
is
memorized.
vital. That is vital. And you know what? With things like Chat GPT, you'll
my
hear,
God,
you hear us talk
honestly.
about it a lot, but
What would
there's
we do without ChatGPT
leverage
now?
that.
You exactly like
Yeah.
if you're not
Honestly.
good with your words and you don't know what an elevator pitch is and you've never had to do it before, get on Chat GPT. It's literally free. I know you have a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
you could literally type your skills and say,
Exactly.
write an
An
elevator, pitch, for me.
Yeah.
and learn
Done.
that.
copy and paste
Literally
your resume in
seconds.
there and tell it to do it for
Yeah,
you. Right?
exactly.
If you really
Exactly.
don't want to type anything, so
Yeah.
there's
There you go.
there's no excuse. Those are great tips, Liz.
Yeah. Awesome.
some
Thank you for that.
Amazing. We are going to do another segment called Am I Bustos? Where we review stories and vote on whether or not this person was bustos.
Okay, so am I bustos for not being more enthusiastic about an engagement?
Juicy. Juicy.
Okay, context. Long-term friend gets engaged. We've spoken about this moment for each of us plenty of times, dreaming how it would go and tell everyone. She finally gets engaged when I'm in another country on vacation and posts it on social media where I find out. I congratulate her via message on the same social media platform. Didn't call her at the time as I was in another country and was on vacation. We don't talk about the engagement until months later when I call her to catch up and congratulate her again on the phone. She mentions that I'm the last person to call her, and her fiance and her were wondering if I knew about the her and the fiance were wondering if I knew about their engagement. She seems low-key upset and angry about this. I told her I only found out through a post and not personally from her, and that I did congratulate her when I found out. She claims everyone found out she was engaged through social media and called her and her fiance, unlike me, who only said, wow, congratulations on social media. I'm seeing a new man too, and she has little interest in our relationship or meeting him, which is unlike our past relationships. Am I bustos for not going further to congratulate her when I wasn't personally made aware of her engagement? What do you think of how she's approaching my new relationship? Oh,
Nah,
does it
girl,
sound like a little haterade or what? I don't know. Who's sipping the haterade?
Is she bustos? No.
Is she
I don't think
bustos?
she's bustos. I think what her story stands. You didn't tell me personally. I found out through Instagram. I congratulated you immediately. She was also out of the country, so you're not paying the girl's phone bill. She's not gonna call you internationally to whatever. I don't know. I feel like it's okay, but unless they're
They've been
are
friends
they
a long
really
time.
friends? Or how long did they say?
They said they've been friends a long time, and they've been talking about this time. We've been long-term friends. Yeah, they've been long-term friends, and they've talked about this moment plenty of times, dreaming of how it would go and how to tell everyone.
Okay, honestly,
They've been friends for 6 years.
Oh,
6 years.
did I miss something?
No, they have they added
They say?
something at the bottom for context.
More context? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I mean, for me, maybe it depends on who it is. Like, I feel like if I was to see, if you're my actual friend and I saw you post it, I will comment on the picture, and then it's very likely I would reach out on my own time to give an additional something.
Right.
But I also have friends where I feel like replying on the actual Instagram post is sufficient enough, but that's because of my relationship with that person.
Right.
So I don't know. It depends on how close
you are.
What has happened within that 6 years.
Because she also says that they don't talk about the engagement until months later when I call her to catch up and congratulate her. So obviously there became tension after that because they didn't talk for months after that.
But then that's the thing. Are you guys really friends like that to then not talk for that long? I don't know.
She says here in her additional notes that they don't talk on the phone often. They just hang out every few months and text here and there.
So to me,
and that they only talk about girly things, or they talk about girly things like getting married. She's not the first friend of mine to get engaged, but one of the first.
Okay.
So I don't know.
They're not that tight.
That's what I mean.
They're not that
That's
tight.
the vibe
So
I'm getting.
to me, the Instagram post is enough, and she did it in real time.
Yeah.
And it's someone that you don't talk to frequently. So I don't think she's bustos then for doing that.
If they're not that tight, then I don't think she's bustos. If that's my bestie,
then things would have been said, I think. Months wouldn't have passed without us not talking if that was really your bestie.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of like, it's hard to say because when she called her to reach out months later, she said she was going through some family stuff when she came back from the trip, which is an excuse, but she reached out a month after she returned from vacation or whatever. And she said she was disappointed that she found out via social media and not through call. But who's to say that she didn't call and was had an attitude? You know what I mean? That's just kind of how I'm reading this through a lens of a little bit of an attitude. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of the vibe that I'm getting. But I mean, because it's literally titled "Am I bustos for not being more enthusiastic about an engagement?" So were you not enthusiastic about it? Period. Or because you found out on social media?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And now
That's a
it's
good question.
maybe that could be the beginning of the pettiness.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
So it's
where
just
it was
who's being petty and you know,
true. That's valid.
When
A
I got
valid call.
engaged, it's pretty clear in my mind. For one, I almost fainted. You could see the heat signature on my phone. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
And the only people that I called was I went home. I told my mom and my sister. And then I FaceTimed, I think, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-laws, my sister-in-laws, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how anyone else found out unless they were invited to my wedding or I happened to see them for dinner or whatever. I didn't really post it on socials, but no one was mad at me for not knowing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we have other things going on in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And that's
people put things on social media to cast a wide net.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm sometimes also keeping up with messages, even when
Oh
it's
my
your
gosh.
birthday. Sometimes it's all love, but sometimes it's
it's 220
just a lot to
comments.
manage.
Yeah.
So for something like an engagement where you post and you're here.
Yeah,
and then it's
tell everybody at
it's
one
what are
time.
you getting upset about if you guys don't talk that often and you
Exactly.
only talk about girly things every couple of months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're mad that you didn't learn about an engagement. What did you need to know?
Yeah.
And how soon? What
That
is-
she got engaged, and now.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
Exactly.
So are you enthusiastic or not?
Yeah.
You know what? Now I'm changing my. You know what?
Right?
Now I'm annoyed. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm gonna share something with you guys. When I got
Yes,
engaged,
please.
when
Okay.
I got engaged, I was in Alberta, and I only
okay,
called
yeah.
my sister, my family. I don't even think Jack called his family, and then I
man.
posted it. And I'm
Gotcha.
pretty sure some people had some type of way, but I mean, if they were really extremely happy for me, they ended up calling me.
Exactly.
Because in that moment, you're so elated.
course.
The first person I thought it was call my sister is my best friend, and then my
Yeah.
parents. And then I think Jack was kind of just oh, did that just happen? So it didn't even cross his mind to call his family,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But then like the subsequent days following, we would call people and tell people, or they would
course.
call us.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it was someone just standing by and, okay, I'm sorry I forgot to tell you, but why didn't you try to call me if it really meant that much to you that I tell you?
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't know, you're just so shocked or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's two ways.
Yeah.
Like, if you really wanted to congratulate me, then, you know,
could just call.
congratulate me, just call or
literally.
whatever.
Or text me or
Text,
whatever.
even in a day and
Text,
age
even
where now you
text.
can even just send a text.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Or send like a ring emoji and a happy face. There you go.
Exactly.
And a party hat
Something.
emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you guys think that she's hating on the
I
new
think so.
relationship?
I think so
Yeah.
now.
Oh, wait.
the
the
other one.
friend?
Yeah, the friend.
No, I think that she thinks the friendship has changed, so she's not interested.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
That's
that
what
I'm
it
getting.
sounds like.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's like
Changed now.
if they're talking and they're like, "Oh, did you even know that we were engaged?" And she's probably like, "Oh, I have a man now," or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
she's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, like,
Yeah.
I barely know you anymore, so I'm not really interested in this guy."
Yeah.
True.
You know, I don't know.
Do I think she's, what was it? So is she a bustos for not being enthusiastic?
For the new relationship because she wasn't thrilled or she didn't congratulate.
Yeah, I
don't-
think you're being petty, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
like-
That's the vibe I'm getting.
That's the assumption. Because it's like, if you were genuinely happy for her,
None of this.
this wouldn't
Yeah.
technically be a thing.
Yeah.
100%.
It's literally
We're on to
title,
you.
right? Like the title alone.
You thought you could get us.
That's a dead giveaway. Yeah. For
I
not
mean,
being
nice
more
try.
enthusiastic about an engagement. Like, come on. You're not happy for
Yeah,
her.
if it's your friend, you'd be
Period.
happy, period. I don't even know why you're bringing it up and now you think she's hating on your man.
Because it's not about you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even
Especially when
about
it's these kind of like announcements where it's like, so are you happy for me or not?
Right?
So
Yo, I know. And like, let's be
I'm
real.
getting
like,
married.
Just because you didn't find out about the engagement in a text, like you probably would have been invited to the wedding and she's
Yeah.
spending mad money on you. So like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Just
That was a
saying.
good one.
Just saying.
that was a good
So
one.
we're gonna say that this is our first bustos.
She bossed us.
She bossed us.
She bossed us.
Okay.
Pack
there
na
we
pack
go.
with the bostosiality, girl.
Hindi pak na pak, okay?
Okay, girl.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, that was a good one.
That was a really
That
good
was a
one.
good
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I
that
like
was
the
very
other
insightful.
one.
Yeah.
But some people in the comments are saying that she's not bustos and that her friend has main character syndrome.
Oh,
I
that
don't know.
is so
Is that coming from a hurt person?
I
You know what
mean,
I don't know.
maybe.
Right? It's like, this is specifically what one person said. People's social media announcements do not merit obligated personal follow-up phone calls from all of your loved ones. She should have called you to tell you she wanted to be personally congratulated so badly.
Oh, that is so weird. Why would I like?
What's this vibe?
Why would I be like?
That is main character
That's
energy.
weird.
That is the world revolves around me and what I say
1,000%.
goes. Nah, girl.
Why would I
Nah.
want to call every single person and announce my engagement if y'all just follow me anyway on social media? Let me just tell everybody.
Literally.
You know,
People are funny.
That's weird.
Welcome to Hollow Hollow, the show that had Hollow Hollow one time.
I think Cam always has to bring in hala hala. I think she always has
It's
to
a
bring in
tradition now.
hala. Yeah, I think so.
It's
I
like
like that she brings it in.
get ready to rumble, but like hello.
Yes,
Let's get ready to
exactly.
rumble. Let's get ready to hollow hollow.
Oh, man. Hollow it up. Okay, so to
Love
mix
that.
things up, Pack na Pack, Jo Koy, we see you. Comedian Jo Koy boards Nurse Unseen, which is a documentary about Filipino nurses on frontlines of COVID during the pandemic as an executive producer.
Wow.
Amazing.
So
Stand
shout
up.
out to him.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
Yes,
That's amazing.
Yes. That's really the only hello headline
really cool.
I had today. But actually, I had something completely random that I wanted to bring up to you guys.
Please do.
So this was posted on Hype Bay, but they announced that digital condoms are here for the digital generation.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
God.
What is this now?
I'm
What
gonna
is
let
this?
I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. Okay.
What is this?
Let it marinate.
Is it a serious thing? It's a real thing?
It's a for real thing. Okay,
Okay.
so when two or more people are about to have an intimate moment, all they have to do is place their smartphones close to each other and slide down the main icon in camdom, camera, condom,
Okay.
Cam-dom.
Okay.
Camdom's welcome screen to lock all cameras and
To protect
microphones on your phones before this intimate moment. So it's a digital condom. So this is the first digital condom for the digital generation, and it's available in just a few clicks for free, as per the creator. So in this day and age, from deepfakes to revenge porn to the non-consensual distribution of explicit images, which have become increasingly an alarming issue in this day and age for this up-and-coming generation. It was also meant to help protect women digitally. As you guys know, that's a thing. So I just thought this concept was super
It's very
it's
forward thinking
It's very interesting.
because
Very
it really
forward
makes you
thinking.
feel safe.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie. Like the old school in me is like, no one pick up their phone. I don't need to download an app. Just don't be an asshole and keep your phone over there when we're doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Like the trust,
But yes,
you know?
but I
Like-
will say, jokes aside,
Yeah.
I can understand if something like the non-consensual explicit sharing of imagery and things like that, if that is an issue now, this is a solution to give specifically
Security.
female that peace of mind
Right.
that we are in a safe space,
Right.
that we can move forward, which I think is also very important. But yeah, just a foreign concept for me. And my age, that's all.
I really like this. Okay, because you said some interesting buzzwords that were, I think, were really hot topics a couple years ago. You said things like revenge porn and non-consensual, distribution of porn, essentially.
yeah.
And I feel like, and whether it's homegrown or whatever, like I feel like what was it, Pornhub had like a lawsuit a few years ago for like featuring underage people, like not like with
You're
no
right.
consent and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So like, and things like that are scary. Like I could not imagine growing up as a teenager in this day and age
Oh, yeah.
with people sending videos and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I've heard of stories,
I've heard
children getting
nightmares.
exploited.
Yeah,
like
nightmares.
just things that you wouldn't even think about that are happening to these children and, just to people in general,
Yeah.
but like especially the children. And
sure.
like, so to have something like this where like, I agree with you 100%, like put your phone away, just put it in like a drawer, put it in another room or something like that. But if
Yeah.
that's not an option, because for example, like my charger is on a nightstand, like it's like a, and
Right.
I don't know, we don't know what our phones are doing. We don't know what they're recording. We don't know what they're picking up. We don't know who's hacking
All
into
we know
what
is that
app.
they're listening to us. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
we know, and that's a fact. Like
Yeah.
they're
That's
actually
scary.
listening.
That's
Yeah.
super
Right?
scary.
So who's hacking into what to distribute
Yeah.
what you have?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is actually, I like this.
Yeah, no, I
like
agree. I
this.
think it's for the positive. Like, and
like an
just
app?
interested to learn more.
It's an app.
It's an app. Yeah,
Okay.
Cam Dom, CAMDOM.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I thought that was really cool.
Wow.
Did you guys know, speaking of just social media, our phones and whatnot, there's a new Instagram feature now that allows you to reset your algorithm.
Oh.
Are are we interested? Are we not
Yes.
interested?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, go on. Yeah.
Okay, so when they came out with their re-release recently, or their new algorithm recently, where it was to push more viral content, because they wanted to align with TikTok and
Yeah,
help with
yeah.
monetization and creation and stuff like that, because that's their biggest competitor. I found I had a really hard time. I actually don't use social media. I use it even less than I was using it, if that's even possible. And it's because and you've seen my homepage. It's a lot of Bible quotes.
Yeah, me too.
And scripture, and that's
Yeah.
it. Like no exaggeration. Like that's what it
Yeah.
is. You can scroll and that's all there is. But now it's a lot of just weird stuff.
Sometimes I get recommended things and I'm like, how?
What?
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, is this on purpose? Are
Right?
you guys messing with me? Like,
It's
I don't
too
know.
much.
And I will say this, and we can say this for our age generation. A lot of us have had our Instagrams from when?
Yeah.
How many years ago? That is an accumulation of
Right.
so many different
Years.
versions of yourself and things that you were looking at. And I will say, speaking from experience with Tita Salita and that Instagram page, what has been great about that is that like I can see the difference between my timeline and Tita Salita's. It's like definitely more Filipino infused.
Yes,
so
yeah.
get the opportunity now to kind of go clean slate and then
decide.
restart.
Yeah.
What and so important in this day and age with social
Yeah.
media and just media consumption as a whole, right? Controlling what you're taking
What you
in.
consuming,
So
yeah.
I'm interested by it. There's a little part of me that's also like maybe that's the hoarder in me. It's like, oh, do I want to let go of everything?
Yeah.
But I also feel like let me just refresh and give me what I need. I don't need all the extra fluff.
Actually, I think it's Kai that brought this up when they did change their algorithm initially, because she was the concern, the general conversation, I think, amongst artists was like, well, what about my content? Because the content instead was not being pushed, was not of interest to your audience per se. It's just viral content, whatever viral content means.
Right.
So like dancing AI babies and like it's all this weird stuff that I'm seeing, man, like weird videos
These
of
puppy
like,
and baby like fashion shows.
yeah,
I don't know if
I'm
you've
like,
seen that.
what the hell is this?
And like clothes and costumes.
like
Yeah.
going down the runway with makeup on and like I don't know,
Yeah.
man. There's just some weird videos. I'm like, enough. And I take the time to go like hide more. Like
Yeah,
hide all these,
yeah.
I don't
right?
think I use that enough, actually.
Oh man,
now
it
that you
doesn't
say
work.
that.
It barely works.
Oh, okay,
It
well then.
barely works, and I scroll.
It'll still come up. Yeah, it'll still come up. Yeah.
So I'm very excited about this.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
can
gosh.
reset.
They did mention resetting can't be undone. It's not going to change who you follow or your ad
Okay.
topics,
Yeah.
which I don't even think I don't know if I've ever looked at my ad topic settings. So, but yeah, you simply go into your settings, go to content preferences, and then you hit reset suggested content.
Okay.
And then
it based
it's
on your
gonna
scrolling.
clear everything, and then based off however much you use Instagram and what
Right,
you
and
start
what
then
you're
looking
watching. Okay.
exactly, it'll start to cater to whatever you are
Oh,
focusing
okay.
on. And of course, Instagram's like, we're gonna keep everything.
Yeah.
But you can reset your algorithm, but we're gonna keep all the files.
Right.
Of
Yeah,
course. Of course. But
Question.
Yeah, what's up?
Could you like I guess you could, like for example, okay. I've started sending like my husband like certain videos like talking about like marriage and and like praying, and so because he watches it, that means his thing will start picking.
Yes, exactly.
for sure. If he continues to feed into it. But yes,
Okay, got
I feel
it.
like it's like it'll take note that he opened it.
Yeah,
But
okay.
if he continues
But if
to
I keep
go
sending,
to-
Keep
and
sending,
he keeps
yeah. So
opening,
keep sending
then
it.
it'll
Keep sending
So
it.
I'll send it to Justin like once a week, and he'll double tap. So I'm like, oh, he's engaging with it.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Right? So this is a good
Yes,
thing. He's
yeah, yeah.
engaging with these Bible posts.
Yes.
Right?
So it'll start
These
like
love your wife, love your husband posts.
Oh, look at that. Happy wife, happy life.
So pray with your spouse post.
Who does that?
You know what I'm
Who's
saying?
guilty? Do you send
Liz
your
knows
man?
what's up. Liz knows what's up.
Listen.
We live in a godly marriage over here.
Listen, you gotta use your tools to your advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Oh
positive.
man,
You're just circulating good, positive.
That's it.
you know,
That's
Yeah,
it.
100%.
energy.
You
That's
know?
all it is.
100%.
Gotta
That's
keep
so
these
funny.
men in check.
Yes. 100%.
I mean, it's not such a bad thing, you know.
No.
Like these
It is.
algorithms.
No, I'm saying it as
yeah.
a joke, but like you guys are literally, you're not sending it to be jerks. Like you're literally sending positive
information, positive
messages,
information,
yes.
positive affirmation.
reminders. Okay.
Our love is rooting in Christ.
Listen, that's a tip. Okay,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Wife. Happy. Guys, we've been saying it for how long? It's not that hard, guys.
Just send your partner some
God memes.
suggestions.
God memes. That's what I call it.
There you
All
go.
right, I guess we're all resetting our algorithms.
Yes,
then.
yes,
Yep.
we will
Awesome.
do that.
Is anyone on Blue Sky? That's a new one.
What's that?
I learned of it on actually Extra Gravy. Blue Sky, it's like the newest app, and it's a mix of like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok,
Oh,
and
no.
it's like, yeah, I heard it from Extra Gravy. Shout out Norm and
Big
Marlon and
Norm.
the team.
Sick.
But
Okay.
yeah, and it's like you can like, you know how sometimes they suggest who you follow based off what you like, it'll give you a starter pack. So if you like sports, you should follow these 10 like
So like Twitter.
okay,
I've
okay.
downloaded, I've secured
Suggestions.
my handle. I have not yet explored it. So for
Okay.
anyone out there that's interested or you want to, keep up with the
Give it a
times,
shot.
I guess.
Downloading now.
Yeah, Blue
Okay.
Sky. It's a blue icon with a butterfly on it.
It's cute. It's cute.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Puck the puck.
So
y'all
many
have a
gems
good
today.
time.
Lots of gems today.
Bust
Yes.
out your notebook.
Yeah.
Take some.
Your
Have
favorite
an
stationery.
amazing week. And you know where you're going to catch your titas next time. Next week, same place. Let's go. Have a good day, y'all. Ingat.
Ingat.